Hey birds, my name is Globwings, and welcome back to another episode of MegaMan X7. Now, in the last episode, we got through the prologue, which was pretty long and unnecessarily long. And we also got to fight a guy at the very end of the prologue. And we learned more about, I don't know, Axel, I guess. Well, I guess we learned of our new hero's name. And in this episode, we're going to be continuing on with the 8 stages. Or getting started with the 8 stages here and seeing what that all brings. So let's go ahead and load. Now we're going to be starting with the easy levels first. And then we'll work our way over to medium levels. This is really loud. Hold on a second. Sorry, I'm just turning that down locally for me. So we're going to be getting started with the easy stages first. And then we'll be moving to intermediate levels and then the harder levels. So we'll be starting with Radio Tower because I find this one a really good icebreaker, a really good one to start with. So yeah. And we're actually going to be changing over. Well, actually, no. We'll use Zero and Axel for a while so that you guys can get used to this combo. Just some clarification. When you first start off this game, you will not get X. And you will definitely not get X in full armor. You will just get Zero and Axel, so be mindful of that. This is, like I said, this is a completed file. It's just for time's sake. So we're going to be getting started with Zero and Axel. So, here we go. So, that will be the end boss, which will be Tornado Tunyon. At the end of each stage, there is a boss, so be mindful of that, I guess. Also, I think I'm getting a bit of a cold. Hopefully not. Woke up today. I had a bit of a sore throat today. But I think it's starting to go away now. I don't know. Hopefully that doesn't progress and turn into anything worse. I also really like starting off with this level because it really feels like a speedrun for the level. Also, one thing I want to explain. So we just collected what is called a Reploid. Now, kind of like the mission for all 8 stages is to collect Reploids, and let's see if I can come up on another one. So, they look like that. They just look like these pink guys, and they all have very basic names. I think that one just died. I'm sorry. So, anyway, you try to collect as many Reploids as you can. Now, if you guys are wondering on how to get X, or the new blue bomber rather, from the X series, the way you want to do it is you want to, and I'm kind of explaining things I didn't explain last time. So the way you want to do it is you want to collect enough Reploids. Now, if I remember correctly, you have to collect 40 or 50 Reploids before you get to play as X. And that's just because for the longest time in Mega Man, you always got to use used to play as like the blue bomber and stuff. It was just always Zero and you know, Mega Man or X. That you always got to play, so now it's just kind of a bit of a switch up here. Also, I really like this level. Also, I really like playing this level first because it's like a speedrunny sort of level. That's what I really like about this level, is it feels very speedrunny, and it allows me to just kind of express the part of me that feels the need to speedrun. Also, this is kind of like a mini-boss-ish. I just like to shoot at him like this as fast as I possibly can. Ow. Yeah, it doesn't take long to take him out. He also puts himself away like this, and, you know, he'll do this, which is kind of annoying, but I don't know. It's not that hard. Sometimes he'll put... Ow. Dang it. Whoops. Sometimes he'll put himself away multiple times, so when you start shooting at him, he'll put himself away, and then, you know, he'll, like this, he'll turtle himself in and then just do this over and over and over again. So also be mindful of that when you're fighting him, that he will do that. Ow, it's really unfortunate, but, you know, just the way it is, guys. I think you just kind of want to, like, stay back as much as you can and just let him, like, comfortably... Okay, he's gonna put himself away again. Yes, I can hear you. Can you stop? Yeah, you'll also get that message quite a bit. Especially when you switch out characters, you'll get that message quite a bit. So let's go ahead and... Is he gonna turtle himself? Nope. Alright, yeah. You just want to keep shooting at him. It probably won't... I don't know. It'll probably take a lot longer to take him out. for those who are starting with a non-complete file, because you won't do as much damage to him. But I don't know, just do your best with this guy. He's not that hard to take out. And now we move on to the second part. But yeah, like I said, I really like this level because it feels like a level that you can just kind of speedrun. Also, that gives me a chance to talk about one of my favorite features out of Mega Man. The dash feature. Now, I personally love the dash feature because, I don't know, it's a really nice mechanic, and it's been something that's been... Okay, I gotta collect you. Okay, that takes me back, so we lose a little bit of progress, whatever. So anyway, as I was saying, I really love the dash feature just because it feels like a really nice mechanic, and it's been a tradition throughout Mega Man that the dash features existed for quite a while. It also gives me a chance to talk about something else about the dash feature. Like I said, this is kind of an episode where I explain a lot of what I didn't explain before, and we saved 3 of you. Hello. Okay, I'll try to name them as we go. June! You! I can't think of your name right now. But anyway, as I was saying, I really like the dash feature because there's a lot of cool things you can do, and it really invokes a lot of, like, skill into the game, because the dash feature allows you to, like, have a lot of technicality with your moves and everything as you're progressing throughout the game. That's one thing I really like about the dash feature. Also, a cool thing, if you press X and circle at the same time while moving, you will do a dash and you will jump forward at the same time. It is actually the fastest movement, if I'm correct, throughout the entire game. Also, notice that pink heart. I risked my life quite a bit when I was first getting that to get it, and I don't recommend getting it. You just get a little bit of a tiny sound effect from getting it, and that's it. I have no idea what it does. I don't know if any Mega Man fan really knows what it does. If you guys know what it does, let me know down in the comments. I think it's utterly useless. I'm pretty sure it's just... It's right there, the pink thing. I'm pretty sure what it's there for. I'm pretty sure it's just there for, you know, extra lives and stuff like that. Seeing as we have 2, and if we collected 1, we get 3 and 4 and so on. But other than that, I have no idea what it does, and it feels so underwhelming when you get it. Nothing special happens. Absolutely nothing special happens. It's the stupidest thing ever. Anyway, here we go. Tornado Tunyon.
Welcome to my silly stage.
I don't know if you guys know this, but he has a Swedish accent.
Here goes nothing. Yeah.
And I absolutely love it. dot dot dot. Zero is just not impressed. He is just... Like I was saying before, he's a very reformed character, and like anytime like someone like overexpresses themselves, he's like, oh come on, give me a break, give me a break.
What? Not funny, but I tried so hard, so hard.
No, you're trying too hard.
Okay, try again, huh?
Please don't.
Around and around.
Okay, I get the picture. Let's get this over with.
Zero's just done. He's like, no, man, don't do this. Don't do this.
Aww.
That looks like dough. That doesn't look like on. That looks like dough. I'm just gonna say that now.
Here goes nothing.
Okay. Now, depending on how much damage you do, and I'll mention this time and time again, depending on how much damage you do, or depending on how far you are with stats and everything, will depend on how much damage you do to him. I don't expect this fight to take very long. Also, when he does this and he goes in the middle, you want to stand right where I'm standing. Like, not, like, specifically, like, there's different rings. If you stand where the brown, like, anywhere, like, close to the brown rings, you don't want to stand here, you want to stand here, like, where the rings are there. Also, when he's doing this, you want to shoot him a little bit and then dash away like this. It's not very fast, but you'll definitely get in a fair bit of damage when you do that. So yeah, you want to stand on this ring specifically. If you stand any further, you won't really get, like... You won't really be able to target him, unfortunately. Which kind of sucks, but still. I also really like the dash feature because when you're dashing out of the way, it times perfectly with getting out of the way of attacks just before the attack is about to happen. That's another reason I really like the dash feature, personally. But I also really like the dash feature... because it's a really fast movement that allows you to get out of, like I said, just get out of the way of like different enemies. And it allows you to escape faster than just like regular walking like this. So yeah, I just like to shoot him out. I also really like using Axel for this. Not really X, because Axel can hover like that. He's got like... That's another feature about Axel as a new gen Reploid. Also, last episode I mentioned... Or I should probably mention this. I said... I was trying to mention him as a new gen Reploid. I said new gen Android. I mean, same idea, but they're called Reploids. Like I said, these are... not like I said necessarily, but like... These androids are basically so advanced, like they have their own name. They're called Reploids, like I was mentioning. Also, if you... Actually, yeah. Well, here, let me mention this. If you get close enough to him, he'll do that. So, a nice thing is just like waiting for him. Like, wait to get close enough. Yeah, just wait. Yeah, just try to get as close as you can to him and not get hit like I did. Alright, I think I'm gonna leave this one to 0 now. Ow. Yeah, I think I'm gonna take him out with 0 here. Nah. Well, actually, no. No, I'll finish him off with Axel. Alright, we are so close. I would really... No, I didn't. Yeah, that would really suck if I just died right then and there. I don't know how I would with him being like maybe if I just didn't have the routine down, I probably would have died with him being like one sliver of health. But hey, we made it, so good enough. Yeah, so we get this feature. It's called, or we get this weapon. So after each boss battle, you get a weapon. I hardly use any of them. There's only like a select few that I'll actually use unironically. Like a lot of them do help, and you can incorporate them into your routines and skills, but I don't know, I just don't like using them. There's only like a few that I actually use unironically because they help. But yeah, if any of you guys unironically play this game, just let me know if let me know down in the comments if you actually use any of these weapons, because I definitely can't say that I use any of them, like I said before. Alrighty. Oh wow, everything's different. So top time, 5 minutes and 4 seconds. Okay. Boss time is 8:16. That could have been so much better, but I was talking quite a bit too, so there's that. Clear time 9:14. I think that could be better. Also, you notice that there are 2 ranks. I just kind of want to talk about this briefly. So, you start off as rank D with all of your characters. Naturally, I just want to point this out. Naturally 0 is a rank S, and naturally speaking, X is a rank B. So seeing them all as rank D is hilarious. Also, it is incredibly hard. I'm just gonna point this out, guys. It is incredibly hard to rank up in this game. So I'm sorry, guys, if you're having struggles ranking up. I struggle to rank up. You have to play so perfectly and so much with one character to actually rank them up. I've only gotten my characters... I think I've gotten my characters up to a rank A, but if not, I've gotten them pretty much to a rank B, and that's about it. But, like I said, I'm sorry if you guys are having struggles ranking up. I don't recommend trying too hard to do it, because it's very hard to rank up in this game. At least from my point of view and my experience with it, so, yeah. Alright, so we got Emmy, Holly, June, you, Martin, Janice, Tracy, Lily, Betty, Kate, Julia. See, the thing I love about the Reploids names, I almost got all of them too, except Lily died. I'm sorry, Lily. The thing I love about the Reploids names is they're all basic names, and some of the names don't even really make sense. It gives you that moment. It's like that moment where it's like, I'm sorry, why would you name your kid that? Or even robot for that matter. And I'll definitely point that out as I see some of the weird names. But I also love how they're just all basic names. Like, some of them are a little bit complicated, but like, look how a lot of them. Like, even I think there's even like a Bob. Like, there's a Bob in here, which is really hilarious. Yeah. Also, when you have all your stats maxed out like this, she'll just give back the chips. You won't get any bonuses or anything. Basically, she says, both of you have maxed out your abilities. I'm going to give this chip back, okay? Sure. But usually you would rank up. So anyway, let's go ahead and save. Save, yes. And there we go. So let's return. Save, wait, no, we already saved. Go back. Cutscene.
Oh, yeah. I forgot to tell you. This is the reason I ran away from Red Alert. Because I can copy the shape and abilities of Reploids. But it's far from perfect. Even with the copy shot, I can only copy the form of Reploids my own size. For the rest, it's only possible to copy their abilities.
Where did you learn such a skill?
That's the thing. Even I don't know where I picked this up.
You don't know? How could you not know?
Dunno. I don't remember. Red found me, and I've been defeating enemies ever since.
Alright, so now I want to explain something about that cutscene. That is another thing that is revealed about Axel is in that first cutscene there. So I want to talk about that briefly. He mentioned that he can copy the shape and abilities of Reploids his own size, but he also mentioned that he has a copy shot. Now, that is not just a storytelling mechanic or storytelling only thing that he mentions. That is actually a real game mechanic in this game, and I will be showing that off in due time. There's only a few places where I actually really use the copy shot. Now, if you use the copy shot, okay, let me just explain the copy shot. So basically, with the copy shot, you charge it with, or you use it by holding triangle, and then when it's fully charged, you want to, which doesn't take very long, mind you, you shoot it at an enemy your own size. And you shoot them, and you keep shooting them with the copy shot until they're dead, or you can shoot them until you think they're dead, and then shoot them with a copy shot, and they will drop some copy DNA, and then you will copy the shape and ability of that Reploid, so to speak. Now that is kind of what makes him a new gen Reploid. That's one of the things. The other thing is his hover boots, because since he's new gen, he can also hover as well. Axel is a very special type of Reploid. Like I said, he's new gen, and that's kind of like what they're introducing about Axel. Axel is one of the characters that we know the least about, but the only things we really know about him is what is explained in X7 and X8. And I think that's about it, really. But I'll be showing off the copy shot in due time. So anyway, guys, that has been the episode. So next episode, we are going to be heading over to Central Circuit. And yeah, we will go from there. So anyway, guys, that has been the episode. So I hope you guys have enjoyed the episode. And as always, guys, if you like the video, hit it like a window. Play hard, take flight. Globwings out.
Racist.
Equality.
Perspective.